Jesus told us not to worry about tomorrow. His brother, James, has another way we should think about tomorrow. James 4:13-16. Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go to such and such a city, spend a year there, buy and sell, and make a profit, whereas you do not know what will happen tomorrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appears for a little time and then vanishes away. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we shall live and do this or that. But now you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil. Wow, that is some strong language for something that most of us do every day. A lot of us make plans, sometimes for things that are far, far away, without considering how little we actually know about the future. James calls that arrogance. He calls it boasting. He calls it evil. What he is really saying is that we ought to have attitudes about the future that are always in light of eternity, and trying to discover what God's plan is for us as well. Maybe we make future plans, and there is some wisdom in that, but there's also wisdom in praying about it first, and making sure that we aren't being motivated by selfishness or greed, and getting godly counsel from trusted spiritual leaders, and ensuring that nothing we plan to do is wrong or unwise according to God's word. You may have heard the phrase before, if Jesus tarries, and honestly, that's not just a quaint phrase. It comes from an attitude of knowing who holds tomorrow. An attitude that looks to the future while also taking this temporal world into account. And that word temporal is important. It means relating to worldly affairs. It means relating to time. It means temporary, not forever. To have a proper perspective on eternity also means having a proper temporal perspective. This life is temporary. James says it's like a vapor, but also it's an investment. God didn't put us here just to hang out and do whatever we want for about 70 years. God put us here for a reason. He didn't put you at your current job or school or family or city to leave things worse than how you entered them. The time you spend here is to invest in those things, to improve them, to enhance them, to be salt and light. Make sure you find out what your purpose is and make the most of what little time we have. This is Luke Taylor. Whatever you're doing today, look at it with an eternal perspective.